how do you feel about UCLA having cops on campus?
How do I feel about UCLA having cops on campus? I feel that they're unnecessary. First, and I also feel that they show that UCLA and the broader UC system is complicit, not only complicit, but is actively facilitating the imprisonment and the policing and the surveillance of Black and brown bodies. And they're spending millions and millions of dollars doing it every year.
I just got to LA. I had to make a stop at Trejo's Coffee and Donuts. I got a craving for donuts, so come join me. All right, y'all, so I just got into Danny Trejo's, and then this is the donuts they have. I'm about to get some. Okay, let's see. I'll do a piñata. So this one's a piñata. Oh, you probably don't see it, there ain't that many left. One more quinceañera. And let's see, vegan maple twist. So I got half a dozen of Trejo's donuts and I'm about to give you a live review. Check this out. Ah, this is beautiful. Okay, I don't know which one to try first. So I got two quinceañera donuts, which are these. So since I got two, I'm gonna try one of these. Oh my God. This is freaking delicious. Donut, very soft, very flaky. The I forgot the cereal. The Fruity Flakes adds a little crunch to it, but there's also some like sweet drizzle, the strawberry drizzle, so it blends perfectly. I believe this is one of their signature donuts. You should definitely try it. All right, y'all, so I really wanted to support Trejo's Coffee and Donuts because Danny Trejo was part of my childhood. For those of you who don't know, he was a cast member in the movie Spy Kids. That was the very first movie that he participated in that was a movie for kids. Usually in the past, he was just known as the villain in adult movies or scary movies. So this was a time where he just took a challenge and wanted to do a little bit something different. And he was like a scary looking uncle, but he was a nice person in Spy Kids. So he was part of my childhood. I watched all Spy Kids movies. So to know a little bit more of his story and his background as I got older and him being locked up, being incarcerated, and what he's doing for the folks who have been incarcerated and being an advocate for them, I really wanted to come and support. So these donuts mean a lot to me because they have history, y'all. Okay, so like I mentioned, I got half a dozen of the donuts. This one is called quinceañera. Definitely recommend it. This one was Berry something, I forgot the last name. Coco Loco. This was like a birthday cake type of donut. Lowrider, which is basically just a regular powdered sugar with cinnamon. And then another quinceañera. Hi y'all, I'm at the hotel, early check-in. I'm finishing up getting ready. I'm about to go to a meeting and meet with Sandra Varona. She is a film producer. We've been working on a project and this meeting is to finalize that project, which I'm really, really excited about. The project focuses on two beautiful young women who did a poem regarding immigration. So this is hopefully, fingers crossed, gonna come out before the election, so y'all will get to see it soon. But I won't spill the beans. Make sure y'all stay tuned. All right, y'all, I'm here with Sandra.
Hello.
Tell them a little about yourself.
Oh, I'm a producer, director from LA. Grew up in Huntington Park, and we're here at Earth Cafe.
We just finished the little project.
Yes, wrapping up, coming soon.
The lunch with Sandra was great, and I know I said I wasn't going to share anything about the project, but I just have to share a little sneak peek with y'all. Check this out.
On the television screen everywhere, United States 2016. He says, a nation without a wall is not a nation, as he envisions it spread across 55 feet of cold concrete, smeared in hues of red, white, and blue. Because spending $14.4 billion on border enforcement is not enough. Having thermal sensors that detect the heat coming off of panting figures is not enough. Shooting hollow point bullets expanding at the impact of human flesh is not enough. Operation Gatekeeper San Diego, Operation Safeguard Tucson, Operation Hold the Line El Paso are not enough.
That one comes out in November, so be sure to be on the lookout. I forgot to tell y'all this morning that I was also here in LA to do a voter photo shoot and interview Andrew, who is a UCLA alum and a PhD student at Harvard. He has done research about the impacts of police presence on campus, and just check out this interview to learn a little bit more about his work. And I know you're also a member of the Underground Scholars Initiative, and that's a group where there's system-impacted, formerly incarcerated students at UCLA. How did your peers feel about having cops on campus as well?
They feel the same way. We feel that coming from the areas that we come from and then going into a place like UCLA, that's in Westwood, one of like the wealthier areas of Los Angeles. We feel that the policing apparatus sort of like honed in on us. We feel like we were more surveilled than other students, and that made us feel, a lot of us feel like we didn't belong. Already, like in addition to not belonging in the classroom, within the broader community, like on the streets, we feel like we didn't belong.
I know a little bit of your background story of how this specific issue, you're very passionate about it, but can you share with us how did you become involved or want to do something more at UCLA?
At UCLA in particular, I became interested due to being like harassed and arrested by campus police, but the broader issue, I feel like I sort of wanted to be involved in that type of research and this type of activism because growing up I saw how policing, carcerality, and just the surveillance state impacted my family and the people that I loved. So I sort of took that mentality to UCLA, and once I was there, there was instances of Underground Scholars members being harassed by police, having the police called on them. And then when I experienced it, I felt like I didn't belong. That was the first feeling that I had. And even the police officer was like, we just wanted to make sure you belonged here, right? They wanted to run my name. That was like their excuse, right? And so after that, my community came through. The Underground Scholars came through, and they sort of made me feel welcome. They made me feel like the love and the community. So I was like, I may not belong on the broader UCLA campus, but I belong here with Underground Scholars, right? So that's what sort of gave me the the drive to start a research project on the campus police. So that's what I did. I did survey, got arrest data, did interviews, and that sort of led up to earlier this year. I was contacted by my homegirl Michelle, shout out Michelle, at UCLA, who's also a member of Underground Scholars Initiative. She sort of wanted to start this group, or wanted to bring folks in conversation together that sort of were all speaking about the same thing, which is campus police, and in this broader moment of uprising throughout the country, wanted to sort of tackle the issue where we were, which was at UCLA, right? Or where she was. I was already in grad school, but yeah. So she contacted me because she knew that I did some work on the campus police before I graduated, and yeah, we got together with. She brought together her friends from UCLA who were working on stuff around campus police, and we started the No UCPD coalition. Where sort of ultimate aim is to abolish the UCPD, which is the University of California Police Department that operates on all UC campuses, but also with the vision to, with other coalitions, with other groups and organizations, to abolish not only policing on campuses, but policing everywhere throughout the country.
I know you shared a little bit about what the UCPD coalition hopes to accomplish. Can you share a little bit of what that timeline looks like, if that's something that you have already been brainstorming through?
Yeah, so the Cops Off Campus sort of statewide coalition stated that the goal is to get cops off campus by fall of 2021. So we're definitely down with that. And I feel with the coalition, we're doing a couple of things. We're doing another survey where we're trying to be more active on social media. Follow us on social media.
Tell them the handle.
No UCPD Coalition at Twitter and Instagram, same handle. And yeah, I think one of the main things that we're working on right now is a report with all that data that I was mentioning earlier. That report is gonna focus on racial disparities, the targeting of Black folks at UCLA and within the Westwood community. And then we plan to release another report. I think the next report is going to focus on the targeting of houseless folks, which is something that was sort of like really, I don't know if it's surprising, but it was something that I hadn't seen in other arrest data throughout, in other law enforcement agencies throughout like LA County. Was the targeting of houseless folks. And I think our data, it's gonna say in the report, but I think our data show that 3 out of every 10 arrests are of a houseless individual. And this is like, this is targeting some of the most vulnerable folks in the community, right? And this is instead of other services that UCLA, Westwood, Los Angeles could be given to folks, right? And I think this goes back to what I was mentioning earlier, in that this is a misuse of funds, and more than that, it's a misuse of funds in a way that not only deprives the community of things, but actively harms the community in many ways, right? So yeah, the next thing we're working on is our reports, and we plan to put multiple reports out within the next few months. There's been a lot of effort in creating this perception that the police are what defines and what the police as an institution embody public safety, right? And we have to redefine what public safety means in general, because what public safety means is housing. What public safety means is good food to eat. What public safety means is having a good education, right? And these are the things that another one of my mentors, Kelly Lido Hernandez, head of the $1 Million Hoods Project, she says these are the things that keep us happy, healthy, and whole. So I think I would second what she said, because that's just generally my view on policing, because this is an issue that I believe affects many other issues.